Hello. Good evening. Who's with us? A couple of minutes early. I thought I'd press the red button and get started. Let's get this started. Plenty of talking points today. Heaps happening leading up to this massive fucking game. Am I still sick? Yes. That's okay. We move. What's going on? Who's here? Who's ready? Fuck. It's hot. That is hot. Job's been okay, Dad. Job's been okay. I've been sick, though. So I've been staying home. I've been sick the last 3 days. So that's been Steve, the champ. How you going, mate? What's going on? The champ is here. Hello. Mate, how you going? How you going? Yeah, got a cold and an ear infection. So I can't hear anything out of this side, unfortunately. AJ, no last minute change. Reef is in. Yeah, well, doesn't seem like that. Is it confirmed though? I will show you my updated predicted 23 in a moment. Benny Parsons, Yassel, mate. What is going on? Swoop's got the scoop. Nah, I can't yet. I've got to finish my induction and then I can work from home. I'd rather AJ, to be honest. Stiff not to come in after kicking 5 goals. No Jeremy Howe, no Brody Myercheck. Just goes to show how far down the pecking order it must be. George, I'm sorry. I got excited. I was ready to rock. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm thinking about it. There's a few things to run through today, Stevie, but I'll think about it. If there's a few people who want to get it going, I can make a few on the trot. Hey, Mark, how you going? Thanks, mate. I reckon everyone's just getting sick. It's that time of the year. People are either in Europe or people are staying in Melbourne and just catching the cold, flu, whatever it may be. AJ has had his chances. Dan coming in soon. So, yeah, well, that probably strengthens my case as to why they haven't tried him this week. Because once McStay's in, it's going to be hard for AJ to come in. So if he's ever a chance to play, it would be, hopefully, you would have thought, would be this week. Leave the game to the end. No, appreciate it, Steve. No, Panadol, Nurofen, no spray. I think I need to get some sort of, what is it? I think I need to get antibiotics for my ear. I forgot what they're called. But, guys, let's have a look at my updated predicted 23. Okay? Oops, here we go. So, I hope you get better, Comanche. It's no good, mate. No good. Everyone's getting sick. All right. So the updated predicted 23. I'll probably do this for the Pies Footy Show and the Moving the Magnets because I think there's one where we can look at it from a long way away, which is on a Tuesday, and just have a bit of fun with it. Whereas this seems like the more realistic. Okay, this is what's looking like is going to run out. So we've got Sidebottom, Moore, Frampton, Noble, Dean, Bruzzy. So compared to the Tuesday one, I had Frampton out, but with Jeremy Howe as out due to the hamstring, I think Frampton is spared another week in the team. Although I think Fly has more faith in Frampton than I do right now. Yeah, amoxicillin. Maybe, Dad, maybe you can come. I'll tell Lily to get me some. Give me a sec. So, yeah, Frampton is spared another week with Howe out. John Noble should come straight back in, which I should have put a green on, right? I should have put a green on. So if John Noble's coming back in with Elliot and Reef McInnes, I forgot to put Myercheck in the out section. Please excuse me, guys. I'm working on it. There's still teething issues. I'm missing bits and pieces here. So Brody Myercheck should be in the out section as well for a John Noble. So we got Charlie Dean, Bruzzy to round out the back six. Then we got Josh Daicos on the wing, same as Lipinski, with Pendles in the middle. Jamie Elliot returns, or so it's been said. Nathan Kruger. I also had Kruger in the back line if Frampton was to be dropped, but that's probably not going to happen. It won't happen this week, I don't think. Lockie Schultz, Hoskin Elliott in the forward line. DeGoey, 70% forward time, I think. That's what I would hope for. Bobby Hill to return back to form after having a down game. And then we got DC, obviously in a ruck. Jack Crisp, Nick Daicos as the on-ballers. Rafe McInnes in. I think we've heard that he will be in. And then Isaac Quaynor, Ned Long, and Richards to round out the bench with Harrison as the sub. That's what I'm hoping for. I'd like to see Ned Long have a crack, see what he's really about. But yeah, IQ on the bench. IQ on the bench at the moment because I just don't know what to do with him. What do you guys want to do with, what would you do with Isaac Quaynor? Do you think he needs to be on the wing? Do you think halfback flank? Could he play forward? Could he play in the middle? Probably not the middle so much right now. But what do you guys think? What do you think about IQ? Also, let me just check. I'm wondering if I can edit my stream. Latest, where are we live? I'm seeing if I can add a poll to my stream through YouTube. Give me one moment. So we're live here. Can I create a poll? Engage with your audience. Start a poll. Here we go. Beautiful. Isaac Quaynor, where would you play IQ? Wing, halfback, flank, and middle drop in. All right, there's the poll. Okay, let's get voting. Let's get voting on that one. I've put a poll together. So where do you want to see IQ? Okay, so yeah, plenty of people saying, a couple of people saying halfback flank, someone saying wing. So it's a bit of a mix. Most people saying halfback flank. Oh, I didn't add forward, guys. I didn't add forward line. My apologies. Sorry. I'm sick, guys. That's my excuse. I'm sick. That's my excuse. Yeah. But it still seems that people are happy for IQ to reside on the halfback flank. Yeah, that's what it seems like. So, but I like the idea of flirting with the wing and then, yeah, maybe forward and midfield somewhere down the track. Last year, he was unstoppable. It's been a tragic turn of events for Isaac Quaynor when it comes to his statistical output. That's for sure. That is certain, guys. So 17 votes, and it's 71% halfback flank. So keep him there. So if we drop him, then Frampton got to go with him. Yeah. So not many people have voted drop him. I think the only person who maybe dropped him, selected drop him in the poll would have been Digsby. Would have been Digsby. So, yeah, I keep forgetting Quaynor was put into the leadership team. Keep forgetting that. I reckon he's more of a lead by example type player in the field. The tagger, he reckons, a run with. Maybe. I don't know what his endurance capacity is like. So I'm not too sure. So, okay, let's move on. So that's the predicted 23, yeah? So we've got Reef McInnes, Jamie Elliot in, along with John Noble. I forgot to green that. That's another good one, Jonathan. Look, I think Jordan Rufford has taken over Leper. Was it Leper, guys? So that's a big question that we probably don't know a whole lot about, but we know that something's happening because they've changed defensive coaches and what's happened has happened, guys. Are you going to the game? I will be going to the game. Caleb will be doing the pre-game show tomorrow. So I'll be at the MCG if I'm well and fit, guys. If I'm better, I will be at the G, hopefully. So that will be fun. I haven't been to a game this year. I actually haven't been to a game. I've been locking in on Pies footy. Are you going to the game, DMR? Will you be there? All right, let's end that poll. So 22 votes and 64% half-back flank, 18% for the wing, 14% for the middle. Cox back next week. Not too sure, to be fair. Guys, there was a Nick Daicos mic'd up video that came out like half an hour ago. Let's watch that together, guys. Let's watch that together. Give me 1 second. Let me share the screen. Nick Daicos mic'd up at training. Give me a sec. Let me sort this out, guys. Give me 1 moment. So change the brand as well. All right. Let's watch it.
Are priming kids to start betting as soon as they're old enough. Prepare your kids for the future by talking to them now about how gambling really works and who really wins. Talk to your kids today. Love the game, not the odds.
Think about us.
Yeah, sure.
What we gonna be?
Thank you.
Guys, can I have your boots?
Oh, I got to train in them.
Come on, just one new one.
You're a Dan McStay fan.
Uncle Dan.
Oh, is that Uncle Dan?
It is.
Are you going to watch him play this week if he plays? Cheer loudly when he kicks goals? Good work. Have a good day, okay? Hello.
Hi. Hello.
How are you, team?
Hi.
We good? I'm going to move like a leopard today. These shorts are huge.
You want my shirt?
I'm wearing your shorts, baby girl.
Actually, stop taking my It's a coffee every single time you take my shit. So you owe me.
Look at them, bro. These are meant to be running shorts.
Yeah, XL.
Yeah, Nelly. Nelly, did you sing Just a Dream? Did you sing Just a Dream?
Just a dream.
Oh, Maynard, step.
Good song, that one. I was thinking about her.
Hit it, Chook.
Think about us.
Yeah, sure.
What we gonna be? Open my eyes, yeah.
What was it? You're hitting some good notes there. Say hello.
Oh.
Where is he? He's over there. Say hello. Give him a wave.
No.
Bob, so you'll take me to America with you? Yeah, right, done. I'll give him my vote. Ahoy!
Who said you're gonna win?
Ooh.
Okay, if I win, I'll just give you it.
Yeah,
So
deal.
vote for me. Vote for me.
I'll vote for you. Bob's was overrated anyway. You're closer to the sun up there. Hell with a big fly! How big are these shorts? They're cute. How does he fit into these, bro? Yeah, Lipper! Josh! Nice. Sorry, yeah, right.
Good, turn up.
Go deep, go deep, go deep. Corridor, 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 corridor. Yeah, Josh. Josh. Liver. Good, mate. Yeah, book. Love that. Joey. Sully! Hey, can I go a bottle? Thank you.
What happened?
Just getting a little massage. Let's get into it. Oh no. Yeah, dip. Good, Sid. Good help. Dip.
I just want to pause this quickly. Guys, do you notice there's one thing I noticed with Nick that stands out when it comes to the maturity beyond his age level is when he's on the field, he demands a lot from his teammates. He's orchestrating where he wants players to be. If he wants the ball, he lets them know. I think that is a trait that is underrated when it comes to when we speak about Nick Daicos. Is just like I said, his ability to want the ball, demand the ball, make sure everybody's in the right place at the right time. I think that's something he does very, very well.
Yeah, dip. Yeah, Jack. Yeah, shooter. Craig, let's go, energy. Pat. Kick shooter. Oh, sorry, mate. You're gone. Ned, hold. Yeah, guys. Yeah. Jamie. Krug, well done. Oi, that's elite. 1v3. Elite, bro. Look out, your kick.
And then we go to Big Park on Saturday and he's going to play some minutes down.
Bro, so pumped for you. You kill it.
Have a good photo as well after. Yes.
There you go.
Oh, you already on it. Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll come back to you.
Can I please have a photo with you?
Yep. Do you want to pull your shirt?
Thank you. I've got one question for you. It's my birthday in 12 days. Can I have your boots?
Oh, I got to train in them.
Come on, just one new one.
I can't, unfortunately.
Come on.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, guys.
How good's that? I'm just seeing maturity well beyond his age. That's what I'm saying. When I watch that, when he's talking up Krugs, winning that 3v1, hyping him up, like that's just the quality that you don't get from a youngster. 21 years old, he's a fucking freak, but he can also lead from the front. So I've put a poll up. Will Nick Daicos be the captain of the Collingwood Football Club by age 24? He's currently 21, which means if you guys are voting yes, then Darcy Moore will probably have a short-lived tenure as the captain if he's going to be captain in the next 2 and a bit years, right? Factor that in, guys. Hard to tell, boy, Doyd. It's hard to tell. I'm sure if we put the mic on Darcy Moore, we get a lot of good quality from him. I really do think that. That is just his on-field form is not leading the way. You can be a good leader, but you've got to hold your own as well sometimes. Nick Maxwell reminds me of a player who was a really good leader, really like top shelf, and just did enough on the field. The 1%ers was always his one wood. He never set the world alight, but he just did enough. He did enough. So imagine if there was a third Daicos. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Hopefully Nick Daicos and Josh Daicos can get the ball rolling early with their own kids, right? It's never too early. 21. Come on. I have a man crush. Me too. Me too. Nick Daicos. Every day of the week. So half an hour away from the teams being released, guys. Do we want to listen to Craig McRae's presser from last week? Do we want to do that? Would we like to do that, guys? In the meanwhile, I might chuck this on. Where is it? Chuck on my Predictor 23 back up there for you guys to see. One of my favorite Nick Maxwell moments was his touch on the goal line in the 2010 grand final. I do remember that was insane. He's specky. Was he's specky on Brendan Goddard as well? Maybe later, champs. Maybe later with the trivia. Gamer boy, how you going? How was your day? You still on holidays? Yes for presser. Anybody else want to listen to the presser? Listen to the Fly McRae presser. Let's do it. Let's do it. Share screen. Mic'd up, Nick Daicos. Brand. Turn that into that so it's not as fuffled. All right, let's get Mr. Fly McRae on the scene, right? Here we go. Fly presser.
Craig, Dan McStay, some news?
Yeah, Dan's going to play in the VFL this week. He's been out for 8 months, and it's a great testament to how hard he's worked to get his chance to come back and play. We're really happy for it.
So VFL to start, is it a time limit on game time and then the AFL plan as well?
Yeah, well that's reality. At AFL level, you can't compromise. You can't play with compromise in terms of like, oh, we want to play a certain amount of minutes and then come off if you get some treatment or whatever it looks like. We can't do that at AFL level. So at VFL level we can, and I know that's part of the program of the VFL to have that element of it. So Dan will play VFL some minutes. Yeah.
You're amazed with how quickly he's got back. He did his knee in December, and it's July, and he's already back.
Yeah, and like, funny enough, for the last 2 months, I'm going, geez, he looks like he's ready to play. Like, he's so strong, and a testament to our high performance team. And Dino does incredible work with him, and they're doing all different layers to this too. So, I know he set himself up incredibly well.
There are a couple of big roles out there towards the end of training. Can you shed any more light on what they were for?
Oh, we actually celebrated the high performance guy that did all the rehab with him. Dean, he got a stress foot fracture this year because he had so many guys in rehab. But he's working really hard for others, and we want to appreciate those people in our environment and make us better.
Jamie Elliot, will we see him on Friday night?
Well, it looks like he's fit and ready to go. He's been out for about 12 weeks. So, but if training form's in to go by, it's going to be hard not to pick him.
Jeremy Howard, he left the track at one stage. Is there anything?
Yeah, Howie had some awareness at training on Tuesday, and when he got a scan and there's nothing on the scan, and then he comes trains today and still got a little bit of awareness. So, yeah, I don't know what that means. It's probably obvious that he won't play though.
He won't play?
Oh, he's definitely. Well, he doesn't finish training. I haven't got the latest update, but it'd be unlikely.
Isaac Quainer seemed to get through okay with the toe.
Yeah, we've got a few that are sort of just getting through at the minute, and he was one of them. And he finished training, and so yeah, again, we're going to weigh that up in a medical meeting shortly.
Ash Johnson was in the goals in the VFL on the weekend. Will we see him on Friday night?
I was really pleased to go down to Frankston and watch Ash, perform at his best, and someone that's sort of just we've been wanting to just come out of himself and grow, and anything in his area is marking it. So his name will come up for consideration. We've just got to weigh it up. I'd like to see him do it regularly. I'd love to see him do it again, whether that's with us or at VFL. We'll wait and see.
What's your sense of where the club's at the moment with his injuries? Some form, poor form. How tough is this period of time for the club right now?
Well, I think it's all relative to what's right in front of you. Like, I think there's no doubt that we've had to sort of overcome some obstacles and swim against the current in terms of injuries. But in terms of what we're trying to do, we're trying to keep improving ourselves. And just because we've got a few obstacles pulling us backwards, we've got to just, if we can, just cut that off and just keep moving forward. And Josh Carmichael announced his retirement today, which is sad for the young lad. And he's had some real ongoing symptoms. It's been really hard for him. But again, it's a moment for us to just capture and appreciate what we've got while we've got it. And there's many inside the four walls that still got plenty of opportunities in front of them.
Is that something? Sorry, go.
How tough is that to lose a second fighting concussion this year?
Yeah, well, it's difficult for the group. Like there's an element of love and support, and like I said, this young lad's got ongoing symptoms which we don't wish on anyone. And so now it's a moment for him to sort of take the football away and get himself right to be able to live a normal life. We want our footballers to be leave this environment better people and be able to be fathers and husbands and these things. And so, football can be a cost. And ideally, he gets to live his full life now.
The Cats, obviously a massive one. They've been in pretty good form. What do you see looking at them?
Yeah, really aggressive offensively. Lots of tricks. Chris loves his tricks around stoppages. Nothing looks the same. And always trying to score 100 points by the looks of it. Even in their losses, the Gold Coast lost 160-odd points. They still scored 100 points. So very offensive flavoured, and they'll challenge us with a lot of numbers forward the ball.
Tom Stewart into the middle has caused a few challenges for clubs in the last couple of weeks. He seems to start on the ball and then peel off and sort of do his own thing behind the footy. Do you worry about him in terms of the tag? Oh,
maybe. He's one of many. I think it's obvious that they've moved him out of forward line because he doesn't like being tagged. So, that's sort of something that's expressed itself throughout the competition. And take Stewart away from the intercept marking goes a long way to winning this game. Yeah.
Was there any temptation to bring Dan McStay straight back into AFL level, considering how we left training earlier today and just some of the gaps that you've needed to fill up forward?
Yeah, it's a good question, but we didn't want to waver from the plan, and this is a plan to get some minutes in and to play 40 minutes of footy at AFL potentially. It's not where we're at. We don't just because we've got a need in the minute at AFL. I just think that we've set this young lad up to perform well and get him go out and then go get some minutes. And then we'll see where we're at from there.
Is part of the plan that he could just play one game in the VFL and then?
Yeah, potentially. This is a high performance model that I'm just articulating to you guys. There's a lot of layers to it. There's a detailed plan in place. How many minutes? How many contests he's in? All these things. I'll leave it up to the experts and just let me know when he's ready to play. And I'm sure it's going to be hard not to pick him.
How about Mason Cox, who's doing some rough work with Darcy Cameron out there? I think injury reports that he's 1 to 2 weeks away. How's he progressing for recall?
Yeah, I thought Mason took a big step forward this week. He's done more contact work. He's pretty much been involved in most of the match plays. And I think he's definitely taken a step forward this week. I don't know what that looks like in the future, maybe a couple of weeks.
Josh Daicos will have to push himself to the line on Friday night to get up and play. How's he progressed during the week?
Yeah, look, he's clearly better than he was last year. Clearly better than what he was last week. But I think watching him just training, I don't think he's training at the full intensity that he once was a few weeks ago. So he's still got a little bit of something there. Hasn't stopped him from performing though. We need Josh out there at his best.
Big news over in Perth yesterday with Adam Simpson exiting the club. How do you see that sort of?
Oh, look, it's hard to watch one of your other 18 coaches sort of lose his job, if you like, and I thought he handled himself extremely well. Premiership coach, incredible record. And recent years, I'm not sure if there's much credit given to what he's had to do. Yeah, even COVID times, what he's had to do with that group and the club, and continue to represent himself really well. He's a class act.
You're not worried about losing any of your assistants, are you?
To the
West
well,
Coast?
we've got many that could fill a void to be a senior coach. There's many inside our walls I'm so grateful to have. If that's something that comes their way, I won't hold them back, because we want to continue to promote our staff, because they do a great job. Yeah, yeah, thank you.
I think so. A few things to take from that. Dan McStay, obviously in the VFL. An interesting proposition was, do we play him as a sub? I wouldn't mind that, given how desperate we are. But do we do that at the expense of risking McStay coming back into a high-octane game, that is the one against Geelong on Friday night? I'm not too sure. I like the idea, though, rather than him just playing VFL at Victoria Park for 40 minutes. I don't know, playing a half. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about that? Isaac Quaynor's getting through training well, so he'll be selected, hopefully. Josh Carmichael's a sad one with the concussions, the ongoing concussion symptoms, which is disappointing and upsetting at the same time for the man. But I guess that, again, it is what it is. I think that's something we're learning more about. We'll see. Wet weather footy, will that play to our advantage if it does happen to be wet tomorrow? What is the weather tomorrow? Give me 1 second, guys. Let's check. Let me check. I've also got to tell my girlfriend to get me some amoxicillin. All right, let's check. Weather zone. The weather tomorrow, guys. Partly cloudy, medium chance of showers, most likely in the early morning, becoming light early. Winds becoming light early in the morning as well. So yeah, a little bit colder tomorrow, but not necessarily wet weather footy. Selection is in 20 minutes. That's right, JG. Selection is in 20 minutes. Guys, I'm doing a watch-along for the National Championships on Sunday at 10:30. Vic Metro versus Vic Country. Quite a few players that are around that pick 26 mark for Collingwood to look at. So jump in for a bit. Let's have a look at some of the prospects. You got Ifino Sullivan's there, Levi Ashcroft. So it'll be exciting. Let's have a sit down, have a coffee, and watch this ripper of a game at 10:30. It's the finals. So Kamenchi says, don't rush McStay. I'll create another poll. Why not? Let's do another poll. Let's go. Start a poll. Let's go poll. Oh, I'm going to end this one first. So let's go. 84%, 83% of the viewers also said persist to stay in the back line with Darcy Moore. Let's go. Ask a question. What's the question? Dan McStay. Should he be sub tomorrow? Should have he been sub for tomorrow? Play him in the VFL. Ease him in. That's the next one. Let's go. Hello there, Manny. What a man. Guys, that's the first donation for Pies Footy. And Manny says, Ella, go buy gyros before the game tomorrow, extra garlic sauce. I'll be sure to do that. I might get Caleb to buy gyros so he can so you can watch him eat it live on stream. I'll be at the game, so I'll get Caleb to buy gyros on your behalf. I appreciate that, Manny. Appreciate your support, and we love having you here, mate. We love having you here. Unreal. What a man, Manny. Okay. So what else everyone else saying? Champs, sorry, Steve, I saw this before. Champs, SCN reported tonight that Collingwood are interested in Sam Berry from Adelaide Crows. Thoughts? He's certainly out of favour and he offers some qualities that Collingwood love, i.e. his tackling pressure and his contested work in the midfield. I don't mind it. Add that to their list. I reckon I'll do a draft or trade rumor update sometime during the week, and we'll sort of touch base on who's still available, who's signed on, who's new in the conversation, i.e. Sam Berry. So that will be a conversation there. We should never stop Darcy, but boy, does he need to at least be an example, lead by example for his troops. He needs to do that tomorrow for sure. Dan back for a game, ease him into AFL before unleashing on Carlton. Fair point. I think everybody in the chat pretty much agrees. 86% are saying play him in the VFL, ease him in. It's a good point. So next week is Hawthorn or Richmond, guys? Is that Richmond on a Sunday? Who we play next week? Richmond on a Sunday or Hawthorn on a Saturday? Let me check. We have Hawthorn next week. So he'll play Hawthorn and Richmond going into Carlton. What happens if Moore doesn't stand up? I don't want to think of that possibility, Steve. I want him to lift tomorrow. Stefanos, Russell, mate. Sam Berry, definitely worth having. Inside mid to replace Mitchell, don't mind it. I don't mind it either. It sounds like it makes sense, yeah. And I think it wouldn't cost a whole lot, would he? Hawks and Richmond. Moore will come good when his teammates are back. When his teammates back there do their part. Shut who do they need to shut, and he isn't splitting his role. We just need to win tomorrow, boys. No excuses. Simple as that. Full stop, Manny. Full stop by the man. Darcy's turning over. Yeah, he's also not using the ball quite well. So that's another problem. A few spot fires, and I think just first and foremost, if the team can get the system stuff right, then that's a start, isn't it? Isn't it, guys? I want to share this video, but I'm scared that it will get copyrighted. Let's do it. Fuck it. Let's do it. I'll save for another time. I haven't got the guts. I don't want to get copyright strike. We'll leave that for now. Howard needs to retire. Body's been telling him to finish him up. Nah, Digsby, you still got more juice in that lemon to squeeze. Still more juice in that lemon, my friend. Darcy. Hey guys, go Pies. Yes, Dan, go Pies. Been great, but this should be his last year. I don't know. Just talk over it. Oh, look, I'll give it a try. I don't know. Nah, Stav, I can't do it. He's looking great. Creative Commons. Old man injuries like groins and hammy and calf. Negative, Digsby. It's a bad take by you, Digsby. Bad take. I think Howe's still got more to give. If he's willing to go, then he's more than welcome to go on. Woody, how you going, mate? How are you going? All right, fuck it. We're gonna do it. Let me get it up. 1 second. YouTube. Hey, if this channel gets cancelled, guys, don't blame me. Don't blame me. So this guy, what's his name? Sporting Eyes had a nice video. I haven't watched it yet. I wanted to watch it with you guys regarding Collingwood, and then let's watch it together.
It raised some eyebrows when Jonathan Brown said this on the couch.
Collingwood lost their aura. So now I'm just putting something on the table here, and I think I can sense a frustration in Craig McRae after their performance on Saturday. We know what happened a couple of weeks ago against North Melbourne when they just got over the line, but I'm sensing an underlying frustration coming out of Collingwood from the coaching staff, especially this man, Craig McRae. You've got a steeliness about him at the moment. It's not sort of jocular press conferences anymore and, oh, yeah, we came from behind. And, yes, he acknowledged, yes, we love that part of our club. But they're just starting to roll the dice too much for me.
This came after just one close loss against Gold Coast in an area where for 2.5 seasons Collingwood has excelled in. Their reputation as the best closers in the AFL was earned over a long time, and to just question or even diminish it did feel a bit rushed. But after another failed comeback against Essendon in a 12-point loss, which didn't really accurately portray how outplayed the Pies were, Collingwood's 2024 is now on a knife's edge. Is it possible the aura of the comeback kings is vanishing right in front of our eyes? Sometimes your greatest strength can be your greatest weakness. It feels like this is now applying to Collingwood. The fact that they are having to come from behind in a lot of games and having to play in close ones has to be mentally and physically draining. Craig McRae, after the Suns game, said this to his players: "How many times do you want to be in that position?" For their coach, who has embraced the close finish and the importance of big moments in 2023, to say something like this shows even he is feeling the pinch of their current form. You can be skilled in the close finishes and comebacks, but luck is always involved. If Bailey Scott gets a 50-metre penalty or Zach Fisher's snap goes in, the Kangaroos win. If Jeremy Sharp nails his running goal, Freeman will take all 4 points. And if Kyle Langford kicks his set shot, the Bombers are in front on Anzac Day. These are all the 50-50 things that happen when you live constantly in the danger zone, as Collingwood have. But there are always reasons why in football. Collingwood's form has been shaky, and you have to mention the injury list. It is a big factor, especially for a team that wants to repeat and challenge the rest of the competition. The big one is defender Nathan Murphy. At just 24, he was the perfect complement to Moore and Howe, playing as the pure lockdown defender. But his concussion retirement was down to just pure bad luck, and he is a cog that they haven't been able to fill. Charlie Dean is okay, and so is Billy Frampton when he plays in defence, but they just haven't been good enough. The middle has been devoid of Tom Mitchell, who is dealing with a foot injury, and De Goey has missed most of the season. It's a ball hunter and breakaway star that you simply can't replace with a player like Lockie Sullivan. Then up forward is where the real carnage lies. Jamie Elliot, Mason Cox, Beau McCreary, Dan McStay, and now Brody Myercheck. No team can replace 5 starting forwards. It's just not possible in a competition that is so close and even for talent. You can talk about system all you want, but in reality, you need to have the talent to implement the game style you want to play. Did the shorter pre-season, premiership celebrations and overall wear and tear contribute to these injuries? Maybe. As always, luck plays a huge part. With those on the field, it might just be the old premiership hangover. 2024 has been Captain Darcy Moore's worst season in 4 years. You can absolutely relate it to Nathan Murphy, but it feels like Moore has been stuck in no man's land. When he leaks goals, it's often 4 or 5, and his intercept timing has been off, and on average, he sits at 2.5 intercept marks per game, down from 3.6 last year. All these other metrics are down as well, and it has frustrated Pies fans, especially of late. Maybe it's time for a move up forward and as a second ruck. The defence is struggling already, but with no Myercheck and Cox, it might be worth a shot. He's not the only one, as others in the back half like Isaac Quaynor and Oleg Markov just haven't reached their form from last year. Again, they aren't horrible, but the drive from the back half in games when it counts just hasn't been there. And besides Nick Daicos, who else from Collingwood has improved or at least steadied at a high performance level most weeks? Maybe Jack Crisp, Pat Lipinski, Braden Maynard, Will Hoskin-Elliott, and Bobby Hill, who has had his moments, are probably the others to join him in that group. The even contribution just hasn't been there, and paired with a lack of cohesion and chemistry due to injuries, their scoreline of 8 wins, 6 losses and 2 draws is actually pretty solid. It keeps the Pies in the finals race, but maybe this all-time great run they've been on is about to stop. It's a brutal finish to the year. For 2024 and the final 7 games, Collingwood will most likely need to win 4 or 5 to sneak in the finals. Their percentage, which sits at a touch above 104, is okay, but not good enough at this point to allow the possibility of an extra loss. It gets no bigger than Geelong on Friday night. If Collingwood win, both sides will be on 40 points and the top 8 race becomes even more dense. But even a win doesn't really guarantee much. The Pies face Hawthorn and then Richmond in the following 2 weeks before a season-defining last month. Carlton at the MCG, Sydney at the SCG, Brisbane back at the MCG, and then Melbourne in round 24. By this time, most of the troops should be back, but again, they probably need a few wins heading into the last round of the home and away season to have a chance. Looking at Collingwood's team overall, there have to be some concerns beyond 2024 that haven't really been spoken about in the media. They put all their chips in this season looking for a back-to-back. They gave up a first-round selection for Lachie Schultz, which was praised at the time, but looks overs. He's a good AFL player, and having a messy forward line around him has hurt, but in reality, he is a hard-working half-forward who can chip in with a goal here and there. History says he is not the type of player you give up your first-round pick for. It leaves them with picks 26, 44, 51, and 87 in the 2024 draft at the time of making this. It's a concern because the list is top-heavy. 9 of their important pieces are 30 or over. Now that's not always a bad thing, but when you factor in that Cox, Mitchell, Myercheck, Elliot, and even Howe's injury past, it is a bit worrying. Pendlebury and Sidebottom are now role players and don't have a whole lot of time left in the game. I'm not saying you get rid of these players at all. In fact, most of these guys would be unbelievable player coaches on the field and on the training track, but it means they can't carry the load they once did. It's why you need to have the wave of guys behind them coming through, and besides Nick and Josh Daicos, Collingwood don't really have that. It's the oldest list for average age in the AFL and third for average games experience. It's something to keep an eye on in the next 2 or 3 seasons. Maybe Collingwood can phase out these players like Geelong and stay in the top 8 by refreshing the list, but in its form right now, it does look like it has the potential to fall off in talent quickly. But in the present time, they still have a shot. This Friday night is not the end-all or be-all, but a win would steady the ship, and the following 2 weeks would likely see the Pies go in as favourites. McRae has shown he can motivate and will this side when it matters, and he will have to dig deep, as will his players, to try and get a roll on in 2024.
There we go. There we go. He made fair points, doesn't he? It's nothing we haven't touched on before, but he really encapsulates where Collingwood is at right now. He highlights the Darcy Moore proposition going forward. He identifies that Markov and IQ are not playing as well as they did relative to last year. He mentions a difficult fixture we have ahead. I think he really, like I said, really just embodies or recaps everything, summarizes everything that Collingwood are dealing with and what they have to do moving forward, or what they could do moving forward. So that's from the Sporting Eyes. He does a lot of video essays like that. So if you guys want to support him, there is his channel. There is his channel. But just regarding our biggest problem, is it our defense? Is it our midfield? Is it our forward line? Might be a good video idea. What is Collingwood's biggest problem? Something like that, right? JG makes a good point. Let me just bring it up. I know he's on the chat anymore. He's gone. He's left the chat. The biggest problem is everything at this point, which is a good point. It's a whole team thing. That is our first and biggest flaw, and then everything else, I guess, falls down from there. It all trembles down. So we need to get the team things right, get our defensive structure, team zone correct, and things will follow. Hey, Jonathan, go Pies, back to back. Thanks, mate. I appreciate the donation. That's so kind. Yeah, it means a lot. I don't know what else to say. I'm not used to this, so I appreciate the support. We love having you in the chat, Jonathan. Thanks for that. I really appreciate it. Mick, how you going? Mikali Tikanate. Good, Anthony. A lot of media sticking the boots in this week. They have a new target every week. A couple wins in a row, and the rest of the camp will be shitting themselves again. Mate, Mick, if Collingwood win on tomorrow night, we're back. Let's put it that way. We just need to play one good game. Go Pies, back to back. That's the belief we need, guys. That's the belief we need. What did we say? So you guys, yeah, sweet. Let me end the poll. Sweet. Okay. Guys, 2 minutes till the team is released. 2 minutes. The goalie best on. Elliot, 4 goals. Elliot does not mind playing against the Cats as well, by the way. Thanks, Jonathan. Good luck to the channel, but I guess the luck is not possible without people like yourself that frequently join the chat and engage. It's much easier when everyone wants to engage. We'll find out in a couple of minutes. Unlikely, Clay, but we'll find out. We will find out. I'll have it ready, actually. Give me one moment. If Johnson is playing, I'm expecting a big game from him. Yep, 100%. Well, it's his last chance because McStay's around the corner. All things considered, after the first 3 games, we didn't lose for like 8 weeks after that. Correct. So if we just get a win, we're back on it. Mick, Josh Daicos' best game to current date was against Geelong last year in round 1. He had 38 touches. So hopefully he can bring that form tomorrow. Let's go AFL. Let's see, our teams. Where are our teams, guys? Let's see. No, round 18 we're up to. All right, I'm just getting it ready, guys. Let's share the screen, add to stage. All right, let's have a look, refresh. Latest team changes, nothing yet. I'd like to see. I think he'll reside there, won't he, Aiden? He played very well last week against Essendon. Probably one of our top 3 performers, along with Scott Pendlebury. All right, let's hit refresh again. Still nothing just yet. We do need to get this win. Certainly need to get this win. 100%. Cox, by the way, seems like he's closer than what he maybe first seemed to be. He might be a couple of weeks away. So that's been a really good turnaround. We said, does Kruger take Cox's spot and retire him? Probably not at this point, because we've seen how much we've missed Mason Cox as that second ruckman. We just need Coxie to pull his weight in the forward line. He averaged a goal a game. He averaged a goal a game last year as a ruck forward. He's not doing that this year. That's my biggest dilemma with him. Refresh. Teams are live. Okay, wow. Can we say that? John Noble, in. Jamie Elliot, in. Reef McInnes, in. Charlie Dean, omitted. Again. Jeremy Howe, injured. Myercheck, injured. I thought this would have been... It would have been stiff to take Markov out, but I thought it would have been Markov before Charlie Dean, no? Wow. I mean, this is good. I like this. This is good. Positive. Damn, what does that mean? What does that mean for our backline? So with Billy Frampton, Darcy Moore, and Braden Maynard. So we're going to play a bit shorter in the back line. In saying that, Geelong's forward line is not that tall. Oh, I mean, Shannon Neal, Gary Rowan on top of Jeremy Cameron. And then you got Blitzarves, Oliver Henry. I was just thinking that, Mick, they're not super small. They're not super small. That's the thing. Add this to stage. Hold up. Here we go. Yeah. Harrison sub. Does that mean they're going to be the sub? Or does that suggest maybe so? Ash Johnson, listed as an emergency. So he wasn't far off. He wasn't far off, but not close enough, eh? Unfortunately. Yeah, you can tell by bottom of interchange. Is that typically what happens, Aiden? Interesting. I think Ned Long is on the field. Ned Long's on the field, so that means he'll get his first start at AFL level for Collingwood, which is good. We love that. We certainly do love that for the man. Don't mind it, Stavy. Don't mind it. They'll fire up for tomorrow. Elliot's back. That's the big one, huh? Jamie Elliot is back. So Kruger will Kruger, guys. Okay, I've got a good question in the poll. Give me one moment. 1 second. Here we go. What do you guys think about that question? I know it makes us very short. It makes us very short. I understand that. But that means we're going to go with the Braden Maynard, Billy Frampton, and Darcy Moore in the back line. If Kruger isn't to be there. Usually the best defender in the league. Hey, Aussie, can you guys sub to my channel? I do footy edits. I'll have a look at it after the stream, Aussie. I'll definitely have a look at it, okay? Just remind me at the end of the stream. Who plays on Jezza? I think it's going to be Darcy Moore. I think Billy Frampton's far too slow. I think we've just got to back in our best defender and play Darcy Moore on him. Markov out, Dean in would have been perfect apart from that. I'm a bit nervous. Yeah, I thought Markov out would have made sense despite his good performance. And Dean in. I heard an old player from the past, Anthony Rocker, has cancer. Does anyone? I think he does. I haven't read in too much about it, but though. Yeah, I don't know. I thought Dean played okay up until the point that he got subbed out. So it's a bit unfortunate. That's the way the game goes. Who are the umpires? Are the umpires listed? Umpires not confirmed. Yes, the zone will play on. Hopefully our zone beats Jeremy Cameron, because in one-on-one, it doesn't matter who you put on Jeremy Cameron. It doesn't matter who you put on him. He's too good for anyone. He kicked 7 goals on Darcy Moore last time. 7 goals. He had 11 shots. He's playing really well. So this non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, is that a serious, like, do we know the severity of it, or does it just vary upon diagnosis? Krug's underrated, 100%, mate. Yeah. So, guys, with Anthony Rocker, when he was drafted at Sydney, did he come to the Pies because Sydney gave up on him, or did he want to? Is he from Victoria? Did he want to come home? What happened there? Was he out of, like, just not living up to the expectation? What was it? So he left. Well, he was homesick. Yes, tradable. That's good. That's good to hear, thankfully. And hopefully he's onto it early. So, guys, everyone send your blessings to the man. The Rock. Big Rock. Drafted there unwillingly. I was in my dad's balls when he was playing. Got no clue. I was 4 years removed from my dad's balls when he got drafted. Was he drafted in 99? I'd be 2 years removed. Champs, is it time? All right, give me a sec. Let me see what I can swindle here, mate. Let me see. We got 2 rockers coming in 4 years too. So was Sav Rocker at Collingwood? Was Sav Rocker at Collingwood before? Was Sav Rocker at Collingwood before Anthony Rocker? Was he already there? Did that help us get Anthony Rocker to Collingwood? Yeah, if we play short, it could be handy. Could be handy if we have a shorter forward line tomorrow in the wet. Firstly, okay, so yeah, so Sav was there. Yeah, isn't a good one, that's for sure. I do dislike this talk, although it's a harsh reality in life. Something just murks me. Okay, his family is important. His parents were from Calabria, Italy. Yeah, we also got Ben Reid's son, 2 years old in the Peter Daicos Academy. Yep. So Sav was at Collingwood first and got traded to North in 2001. Okay. Guys, while the bunch of you are here, I did a community post. Would you guys, I'm just looking for ideas, right? So I'm looking for ideas when it comes to stream. I've got a Wednesday evening free, right? So I'm just thinking, what do I do? Would you guys, let me just write this down. A AFL 23 live stream doing a Collingwood career mode Wednesdays. So I'm thinking of doing a live stream every Wednesday where I just play a video game called AFL 23, do a Collingwood career mode, and then use it as a means to talk with you guys as well. So even if you don't like video games or footy games or watching career modes, I thought it might be an opportunity just to hang out and talk some rubbish on a Wednesday evening. So let me know what you guys think about that, because I'd be open to introducing that. Sav and Dermy played together. Yes, good idea, bro. I'm sure it appeals to the younger demographic. And guys, you'd be surprised. My demographic does not comprise a whole lot of the youngsters. So I know Magpies 10 is quite young. Collingwood fans quite young. Aiden Rules is quite young. So be cool. It would be cool to do watch-alongs of old games, but you get copyright strikes for them. Donkey Kong was the last guy. Oh, sorry, Collingwood fan. My apologies. Sorry, mate. Excuse my ignorance. Yeah, most of my demographic is 21 and older, actually. For some reason, kids don't like watching previews and reviews. Maybe they don't have the attention span for it these days, unfortunately. They just want the quick fix on the Instagrams and TikToks. That's why I steer clear of that stuff. It's a good game for background, that's for sure. Yes, Evan. I'm 37. I love video games, bro. Awesome idea. Perfect. All right. We'll look into it. We'll look into some weekly streams of myself playing AFL 23 and do a career mode. So basically they're playing games. Who are you tracking down for the next interview? So I've got a Shane Morwood in line. Does anybody know who Shane Morwood is? Let me know if you know who he is. I've got him in line. I'm going to reach out to him. I've got a contact that has touched base with the man. So people are liking that idea. Okay. I'm feeling Elliot's going to kick a bag. I stopped at Nintendo. Commodore 64. Do you mean Nintendo 64, Mick Ali? YouTube 10-second older demo for live streaming from what I understand. Yep. I've reached out to Swoop a couple times now. Last time I reached out to him maybe a week ago to do something for this week. And he said, yep, let's do it. But he didn't respond to my most recent message. So unfortunately, we can't get him on. And honestly, I'm not going to beg for someone to come on. If they don't want to be on the show or aren't showing any sense of urgency, then I'm not going to have them on. I want people who want to be on the show. Dermy wearing black and white was amazing. Yes. Yeah, maybe online. Twitch would be easy to do video games. I want to keep it on YouTube, Benny. No? Surely. Yes, everybody. Look up Rupert. He was a cult figure. Yes. Everybody remembers Shane Morwood. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's get Shane Morwood. On. Hopefully I can get him on the show, on the podcast, either maybe this week or the week after. I've got to reach out to him. And just have a chat. But he's keen. So I'm really looking forward to having the 1990 Premiership legend on the Pies Eyes podcast with Caleb. Can I be on your show? Hey, jump on the post game show fan camps. We want anyone and everyone to jump on and have a chat with us. That's what it's there for. We want to engage with you guys. We want to see your faces. You know, we like seeing the mix suckers, the Mannies, the laughing magpie, Kev's magpies. We like seeing your faces. You know, we'll be kind. Don't be nervous. Morwood was a great, honest backman. Yep. Cool. He was one of 3 brothers. Shane Morwood. He was one of 3 brothers. Okay. I've got some good questions in line. Guys, what questions should I ask Shane Morwood? Morwood had a pub with Daicos in Willie. Let me write that down 1 second. That's an interesting point. Where is it? Shane Morwood. Mention pub with Daicos. What questions should I ask someone like Shane Morwood, guys? Shane, Paul, and Tony Morwood. Okay. Did they all play at AFL level, or was it just Shane? You want Brodie Holland? Yeah, I loved Medhurst as well. Paul Medhurst. Love that man. Ask him about Daicos youth. How do you mean? Like just, yeah. They all did. Did they all play for Collingwood? They still have the Mustaka. We'll find out. I see. Started another pub. All played AFL, VFL. Yeah, I've got Pants in line. Yeah, Jimbo, I've got questions for him regarding Pants. Brothers. Write that down. Tony was Swans. Morwood was like leper. Jimmy Clement would be a good interview. I'll look into that. Yeah, fondest memories of Pants, 1990. Paul for Sydney, Tony for Saints. Okay, cool. Was Sydney as in South Melbourne back then? Yeah. All right. Do you guys want to play some blurred games? Theo, and welcome, mate. Yeah, I'll touch on it, Void. I'll touch on it. Do you guys want to play some blur games, some trivia, some blurred image trivia? Do you guys want to do that, or you want to keep chatting? How about Nick Davies? Nick Davis? He played at Collingwood for a bit, didn't he? Could do. The other thing is some of these guys, they cost money as well. So I got to pick and choose the battles, right? But I love having Ben Reid on was awesome. I was kind of starstruck for a little bit, and we got comfortable, Caleb and I, and found a rhythm in the podcast. It's a bit difficult sometimes when it's via stream, just because of the delay. But Tom Mitchell, Coxie, Swoop Luke, and other podcasts to get your fan base up, bro. Yep, fair point. Oh, Dana, I appreciate that, man. That's nice. Yeah, Nick Davis. So there's that. Guys, I'm ill prepared for this blurred image challenge. I am a little bit ill prepared. So Steve, if you're in the chat, I'm gonna postpone it to next week. I'm sorry. I've been sick all week, so I haven't had a chance to prepare too much. Who's that, Mick? Who's this? Who's Athas? Hirsulakis. Who's that? These guys, they know. They're on the know. I want to know. I want to be in the know. Should we have a look at the other teams? Let's do it. Let's have a look at what the other team's presenting, because other teams right now are relevant to us. All right. Hawthorn and Fremantle. Sicily back in. I didn't realize he was out for the Geelong game. Sean Darcy injured once again. What happened to Sean Darcy? Mitch Lewis. That's a massive one, guys. Mitch Lewis, right? Done his ACL. Maybe Collingwood have a crack at getting Mitch Lewis for the future. So, could be an option. I mean, we'll definitely get him for unders now that he's injured. Could be a worthy investment. I don't know what we give away. Does he get delisted? I don't know. He's had his troubles at Hawthorn. Jack Gunson managed. That'll be a great game. Is that in Tasmania? Wow. Who have you got, guys? Who have you got? Let me jot this down. Hawks versus Freo. Hawks, Freo. Who you got? Put in a poll. I reckon I'm going to go Hawthorn with the sneaky one here, guys. I've got Hawks. Not that I want them to be playing well, particularly when we have them next week. Hawks in Tassie, hard to go past, right, Stav? Hawks. Look, they've got some, Mitch Lewis and Jack Gunson out doesn't help. Kalsha Dia has shown promise as a young forward. Yeah, Jonathan, I will be doing that. I've actually got one of those questions ready. Just what did it feel like to break that 38-year drought? Was it 38 or 28? Or 32, sorry. Hawks at home, Freo strong. Hopefully Hawks helps us with the ladder. Maybe. Depends if we win. So if we beat, guys, if we beat Geelong, we prefer Freo lose. If we lose to Geelong, we almost prefer that Freo win. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Okay. So 20 votes, 70% goes to the Hawks. 71%, guys. Mikhail, you reckon Freo and the Bombers are top 4 imposters? They probably need to take a few more bodies, don't they? Before we can, for sure. Let's see. On to the next one. Let's go relevant games, yeah? Sydney North. We'll fuck that one off. This one will be interesting. So, let's check the lineups here. Cody Waitman in. Poulter in, which is ex-Collingwood player, guys. Caleb Poulter has had opportunities here and there at Western Bulldogs. Cody Waitman's a big in. Aaron Norton's a huge one. But they've been playing well with him in and out of the side. Been playing well. Mitch McGovern injured again. In Patrick Cripps' 200th game, guys. Come on. Yep. Like the video, guys. If you're enjoying the stream, be sure to like it. Appreciate your support. Fantasia omitted. And they've gone the 2 ruckman stock with TDK and Pitnet, which is huge against Western Bulldogs. So they're so tall. Let me get another poll. Let me go another poll. 1 second. Start poll. 1 second. Who you got? Aussie rules. Stop spamming, please. I want to put you in the naughty corner, okay? I don't like doing that here. I like everyone having their freedom when it comes to their input in the stream. Come on. We'll check your channel out at the end of the stream, okay? Who you got? Blues, Doggies, Crips, 200th game. See, Stav, good luck at futsal. I'm medically unable to back Carlton. Jimbo, can you elaborate? What is the medical diagnosis? If you were medically unable to back Carlton, what would that diagnosis be called? Come on, Jimbo, give me a good one. Work with something. Give me something. Good luck, Stav, as I said. What's everyone saying? Is it a mental condition? Is it a physical condition? This is a close one. I keep blacking out as I'm about to hit the button. That's funny, man. That's funny. I like Doggies. Are due to have their one good game in two. They're a bit like that, aren't they? Hate to say it, Blue Baggers. Carlton vomit Tonia. Come on, you can do better than that, Boomer. What about Carltonopathy? Is that okay? Who have you got? Spain or England for the final in the Euros, guys? I don't know how many. Let's find out how many people like the Euros here, Madison. Let's do a poll. I know, guys, I just want to find out who actually follows the Euros here. Who wins the Euros? I know we got a few Mikalis here that like it. Spain or England? Let's go. Start poll. I hope they have an NDV flop. Comanche reckons Espanol. Espanol. It's quite tight. Quite tight. Can't lie. Hope the umpire tomorrow isn't the ref from Euros last night. Yeah, only when Greece plays. We're going to be waiting for a while for that, Ken. Greece are fucking nowhere to be seen right now. Nowhere to be seen. Carlton getting by on talent more than game plan. Interesting. I haven't watched them enough to comment. I really actually haven't watched them enough. I just know they're doing well. I think they're relying less on talent. I think they're relying less on... They can't rely less... They're relying less on Mackay and Kerno, I feel like that. And if they're relying less on them right now, then they're winning based on system. There's been times in the past where they just hack it to your Kernos and bomb it to your Kernos and Mackays. That's not happening as much. Can't bear the Poms winning. Only good in basketball. Only good in basketball because of Giannis. They remind me of the Ds. Is there a prize on the game? The trivia that we do, yes, there will be, but it's on hold for this week. Like I said, I just ran out of time. I've been too unwell to put together a trivia, Steve, but we'll do it next week. And you're still first on the leaderboard, okay? We did win in 2004. Yeah, Peter, I'm with you. I'm with you. I would have liked to see Dean in there, but we dropped him. We dropped him and kept Markov in. Hey, maybe. They've been playing some like they're playing like a top 4 side last couple of weeks. You check their stats in the last 5 matches. They're doing a lot right at the moment. Worst case scenario, and it hurts to say, if it's a Bombers versus Blues grand final, who are we backing for? Oh, I don't know. Neither. Can I say that? So 76% think Spain are going to win. All right, let's get back to the footy. So, let's find out. Who else do we have that we're interested in? Let's go. Is that kind of relevant? Nah. This is relevant, though. Ooh. Max gone out. What's that for? Harrison Petty in. Would you guys want Harrison Petty? He'll be in my trade talks video next week. Dyson Heppel in. Laverde managed. Posy Pickett 100 games. Sydney on heavy training loads don't count out Roos. Yeah. Daicos for Brownlow. Yes. 100%. Yeah, Petty's in. He's been shocking this year. All right. Still another poll. Who you got? These Dons. No Max Gawn, guys. No Max Gawn. I don't mind if Harrison Petty was to come to Collingwood as a defender. I think it could be handy. It's a handy conversation. Yeah, I'd be taking him if he's super cheap. I agree. Maybe he's just having a good season. I think they're forcing him forward by necessity. I think if he was to return down to the back line, I think he'd be fine. He'd be fine. I'll talk about Zerha in the trade video as well, but I don't mind it. It's okay. I think we have a lot of options, guys, which is the beauty of this all. He's not a forward, exactly. I love trades too. It's good for the channel as well. It's good conversation. Good conversation, guys. So 69% say Dons, 31% say Ds. That's what we're saying, huh? Petty, no. Zerha, yes. I'd go the other way, Mick. I'd say Petty, yes. Zerha, no. We don't need another small to medium sized forward, in my opinion. Got to think about what we have, Mick Ali, as well, right? Surely. Would I rather Keane or Petty? I like Keane's season, but I think Petty has more potential. Therefore, I would go Petty. Yeah. You're not going to be able to bundle up Johnson in anything right now. I don't think so anyways. I doubt it. Yeah. Petty is young. Hey, Yorgos. Thanks, mate. A little Retsina to go to Souvlaki. So it's a Greek wine. It's a white wine, I'm pretty sure. Right? Some krasi. Thanks, Yorgos. I appreciate that. Appreciate your support. We love having you here. One of the frequent, I guess, listeners, viewers in the stream. So we love having Yorgos. And he's not afraid to speak his mind either, like a true Greek. If he disagrees with you, he'll let you know. And I love that. And I encourage everyone here. I encourage everyone to speak their mind. If you disagree with me, that's fine. I could care less. If anything, it creates conversation. I love it, guys. Keane and Petty would be a good combo. Let me just check his age. Harrison Petty is age 24. He's 25 at the end of the year. So still plenty of potential. But Keane's young as well. How old's Keane? Keane's 24. He's 24. Johnson, McRae, and second round up a battle on a few. I just don't think you could bundle up Johnson. And I don't think you could, I could probably bundle up Finlay McRae to the Saints. Keane looks, he's got that Irish fight in him. Petty looks a bit soft. I don't want to call anyone who plays AFL footy soft, because to play AFL footy, you're not soft. But it's just a bit weak mentally. That's what it seems. Whereas Keane, when shit gets tough, he bites down on his mouth guard. All right, check Athas on Google while you're there. So what's his surname, Mick? I'll just search Athas Collingwood. Hitsulakis, 19 games played, 15 goals. He's a Collingwood cult figure. Had undeniable talent, even if he was even if his final tally amounted to only 19 games. The kid from Laylaw with the cosmopolitan name that's Dyer stumbled over with an almost guaranteed radio regularity and the Greek background that Richards could relate to. He'd been an outstanding teenage footballer. Love it, George. Hello there, Manny Hirsulakis. Am I pronouncing it right? Am I doing it justice? Hirsulakis? I actually think Johnson will end up at Saints somehow. He seems to be the kind of player they would take. Maybe. Let's go Keane back. Let's get Keane back. I'd love to have him back. Using YouTube for the right reasons. Thank you for giving a platform for all of us. Should have tens of thousands more subs. That's okay. I'm having fun with you guys here. So if this is what it is, then this is what it is, guys. The Shimmy King. I'll try my best. Peter. I'll see what I can do. Thomastown and Laylaw legend. Huge. Let's get back to the next game. So what did everyone say in the chat, in the poll? We said 73% to the Essendon favour. Okay, moving on. This is very relevant as well. Goodness gracious. Took Miller out, Sam Day out, both injured, which is a big miss. Is this a Sunday game? Yeah, it is. So it's extended squad. Charlie Dixon in for Port due to Mitch Georgiades suspension. So that Charlie Dixon's been struggling for a spot, guys. He's been struggling for a spot, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes. Can he hold down a spot? Because he's certainly in the twilight of his career. Certainly in the twilight of his career. Let's put it in the chat. End this poll. End poll. Start a poll. Who you got? Suns or Port? It'd have to be Suns at home, right? Surely the home team. What do you reckon? Suns will win. Home team. Port did just smack. Guys. Port did just smack the Doggies, right? By 50 points. I think, guys, call me crazy. The Fortress is over. The Fortress is finished for Gold Coast. Port Adelaide ruin it. They take over. They take over People's First Stadium. Jason Horne-Francis. The second coming of Nathan Buckley. He does a job. Interesting, Peter. Interesting. Let's just win. Simple as that. Fuck. 14%. 15 votes and 87% in the Suns' favour. Suns can't win away, but at home they can't lose. I'd love to see the Suns lose at home, but I hate Port. I really like... Guys, what do you think about Damien Hardwick's comments regarding Gold Coast? Publicly. I love it. It calls a spade a spade. It's like, we need to fucking grow up. And that's what they need to do. They haven't been able to do that. And Dim has put it out into the public and he's announced it. He's admitted to it. So I think that does a lot for the team. I don't know. It's a different approach to what we've seen in the past. But I think putting it out there to the public, I think it carries a bit of weight. Yeah, they are a bit skits. Aren't they? Good call. Port to break them. Yeah, 2010 Premiership players are there tomorrow night. Might get us over the line. Yes. Ben Reid did mention that in the podcast, that they were going to do the reunion. Can you believe it's their 2010 Premiership reunion 4 years past the date of 2010? Port can go missing like we do. Suns by 20. Yeah. Fair call. 75% say the Suns. What else have we got? Let's see. Let's go on to the next one, guys. 1 second, sorry. Good for Hardwick. Need a bit of friskiness in the media. 100%. Mainstream media is boring. Be yourself, for goodness sake. Grow some balls. And then the Richmond versus GWS. Is this a danger game for GWS? Are there any good ins for Richmond? Any good ins? Is Tom Lynch in? No, Tom Lynch. Is Tom Lynch out, guys? Is he injured? Is Tom Lynch injured, guys? Help me out. I want to see the confident pies. Love it. Well done, Dimmer. Lynch is in. Where is he? Tom Lynch, where is he? He's not in. Am I missing him? Not there. 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 He's not in the team. Tom Lynch is not in the team. I did not listen to this. I did not listen to this. I did not. Lynch has a hamstring injury. Got injured again. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. All right. All right, guys. Anyways, I think I'm going to call it there. My throat is killing me. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight. And thank you for the donations. That's massive. I didn't expect to get any. But it means I must be doing something right. We must be doing something right here. I think we're building a strong family here. So that's the most important thing to me. To have over 50 people for the most part throughout this stream shows we're creating something special. So tune into the pregame show tomorrow. Kayla will be running it. He'll be there ready, fit and firing, ready to go with the Suvlaki Manny. We'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? Take care. Good night.